Hey guys, this is one of the most important and most dangerous psychology books I've ever read because it explains the human mind so deeply that it can genuinely change your life. In this video, I'm going to share 4 psychological laws from this book that will make you smarter, emotionally stronger, and much more powerful in life. And the best part is, you can start using these laws from day 1. But before I share the laws, here's something important. If you can't learn everything about the whole world, at least make it your mission to understand how your mind works. Why? Because your mind is the tool you're going to use every single day of your life. Overthinking, negative thoughts, self-doubt, these are signs that you don't fully understand how your mind works. The more you understand it, the more you avoid these problems. This book helps with that better than anything else. It's not easy to read. It might take you 2 or 3 months. But the knowledge you'll gain about the mind will genuinely surprise you. So here are the psychological laws that changed my life. The first law is the law of repetition, one of the most powerful psychological rules for learning anything. But we judge ourselves too quickly. We think, I can't remember anything. I must be dumb. Maybe I have ADHD. This is too hard. Most of the time, none of this is true. Your brain simply needs repetition to store things in long-term memory. Even Albert Einstein reread scientific papers repeatedly until every idea clicked. Leonardo da Vinci filled thousands of pages with the same concepts, drawn again and again until they became part of his thinking. Warren Buffett reads the same investment principles every year to reinforce them. Repetition is the secret behind genius-level understanding. Don't memorize 100 ideas quickly, master 10 ideas deeply. I use the same method. I don't take too many notes. I reread certain books many times. Stoic Philosophy, The Book of 5 Rings, and I often listen to meditations on audiobook. Because of repetition, these philosophies became my mental operating system. Your decisions improve automatically when your operating system becomes strong. That's why repetition is the most important law for becoming a powerful learner. The second law is the anchor effect. The anchor effect means that the first idea your brain receives becomes your reference point for everything else. For example, if someone tells you something costs $500, your entire negotiation stays around that number. The same thing happens with society. Mainstream culture has created a giant anchor. Success means a Ferrari, a penthouse, a private jet, a massive mansion, and your desires begin revolving around that anchor. You think, okay, maybe not a Ferrari, even a Tesla would make me happy. Your mindset becomes trapped inside that narrow world. I broke this anchor through repetition too. I studied the lives of people who achieved meaningful things. Elon Musk slept in an office during his early days. Nikola Tesla lived an extremely simple and focused life. Marie Curie dedicated everything to research while living with almost nothing. Their simplicity was their foundation. But society's anchors make us forget what real achievement looks like. If you want to break this anchor, repeatedly study people who lived purposefully, not people who live for appearance. Slowly, society's conditioning fades away. The third law is controlling the words that enter your mind. This law is extremely important for emotional strength. Psychologists once did an experiment where 2 groups of young adults were placed in separate rooms. Group A watched images and videos of elderly people. Group B watched images and videos of youthful, energetic people. Afterward, both groups switched rooms and researchers measured their walking speed. The results were shocking. The group exposed to elderly content walked slower. The group exposed to youthful content walked faster. This is how powerful subconscious influence is. Let me give you a personal example. I was on a road trip with friends, looking out the window, and suddenly I felt like texting someone I hadn't thought about in months. Later, I realized someone in the car was playing a nostalgic breakup song. I wasn't consciously listening, but the words entered my subconscious and created an emotion. That is emotional weakness, when random words shape your thoughts. That's why I now control what enters my mind. I listen to Spanish or French music, great beats, no distracting lyrics. No heartbreak lyrics, no sadness, no anger, just music. I watch movies like Interstellar, The Martian, and Arrival, movies that expand your mind instead of shrinking it. So control the words and content you feed your mind. The final law is the focusing illusion. This means when you obsess over one thing, you exaggerate its importance and ignore everything else. This destroys happiness and emotional balance. For example, if you're an engineer, spend your weekend reading about biology or astronomy. Suddenly, the world feels bigger again. You realize life is not only about your job title, there is so much more out there. Your identity expands. You detach from the success versus failure trap. Your mind opens. These 4 laws help me break social conditioning, understand myself, remember better, grow emotionally stronger, and build multiple identities instead of limiting myself. I hope you try these laws and definitely give this book a chance. It requires patience, but it's worth it. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, happy reading.